A little facetious there, a little sarcastic, but there's room for that on this program, I do declare. You just heard what I had to say there about automation and entry-level jobs. Zane Tankel is with us. He runs 37 Applebee's in the New York metropolitan area. Zane, my main point there was that you raise the minimum wage to that level and you destroy entry-level jobs. Yeah. That's my position on this. What say you?
Well, it's obvious, Stuart. You know, one of the things that everybody disregards is raising entry-level does not help, and they talk living wage, anyone who's already out of work. Does it?
Right.
Right?
It does not.
So you're really talking only to the people who are going to some degree lose their jobs and move into the people who've already lost their jobs. You can make minimum wage $20 an hour. If you're unemployed, you're unemployed.
Yes.
And what you do is you raise that wall higher and higher. No one's addressing that.
Right.
The underemployed and the unemployed. They're just addressing the 15. So let me answer your question if I may. That was a long way around. The technology industry loves every time this thing comes about. I mean, this is the greatest starter for any technology. Raise wages, raise wages. And yes, you're 100% right. And I'll tell you a really quick story. Only yesterday, a woman called me and she said, Zane, my stepdaughter, I want to get her. She just graduated, 20 years old, graduated college, can't find a job. And she said, could you hire her? And I said, doing what? She said, anything. She can be a hostess, a minimum wage. I said, Valerie, we don't have a minimum wage anymore. We just can't do that. Our wages are now so high to just bring people on, to get them into the system, learn about waking up in the morning and going to work. So that's all I want. I just want her to get a sense of what is it to go to work.
Yeah, what does it take to hold down a job?
You get up, you got to interface with people, you got to navigate relationships. It's a whole different psyche.
It is fundamentally wrong to say, in my opinion, that every single job in America must be a job that pays enough to support a family. That is nonsense. That eliminates a whole layer of jobs, a whole level of employment. And you will never know the names of these kids who will not get in on the ground floor.
100%. And these ideologues who believe, because the books say this, that, you know, give them that wage, that give them that, are not taking into consideration anything with regard to the CBO says it's going to put at least 500,000 people out of work.
You run 37 Applebee's.
And two fast casuals, a Pizza Hut as well.
So
39 restaurants, 39.
Are you moving towards tablets to order on?
Well, Stuart, in all due respect, I stood here and said to you we'd never go that direction. But you do it or you go out of business. So, yes, we have tablets now on all our tables. We're not going all the way by revolution. We're going by evolution.
You didn't want to do this.
I didn't. I fought against it.
You sat in that seat and you said, no, we want that personal 100%. Interaction.
I always thought and still think it's a dramatically large part of going out and the going out experience, interfacing with a server. If it's going to be totally robotic, a whole bunch of that experience is gone. But there's a mix and match. There's for us at this level. Where it goes, if they continue to drive this and they continue to move things up, we have to stay alive. We've got over 3,000 people in our system. I have to be concerned with 3,000 people, and it might be 2,500 people. I don't know, but I've got to have as many people within our organization have employment as I can.
It really struck me when I went to the airport just the other day, and I saw 65-seat operation.
That's the laboratory.
3 runners.
That's the laboratory. They've got it down. But there's a reason in airports versus in the restaurant industry, because it's a very impersonal experience anyway. You're passing through. You don't come back. You might fly again next month. With us, hopefully, they come once a week, at the max once a month. So it develops a personal relationship. Airports are the laboratory for where it's all going. They started it long ago. And anybody, and particularly in the Wendy's example, and this is fast food, so it is somewhat impersonal. They're going to eliminate all those jobs. 6,000 kiosks in every Wendy's restaurant. McDonald's is going there. If you don't go there, you're not here.
It's
Wow.
a terrible story.
It's a terrible
It'll
story.
break your heart. I started out my life in America in the January 1973. I got a job as a waiter.
I did as well.
$1.35 per
I did as
hour.
well.
You live on the tips. You
Yeah.
figure out how to get as much money as you possibly can through tips.
Yeah.
Organize yourself with the customers. Figure out how to talk to the general public.
Yeah,
It's a learning operation.
That's what you figure out, is how to talk to people,
Yes.
how to navigate, how to interrelate, how to become personal, which is good for everything, even your job.
Yes. Organize your head. What did that person order? What
Yeah.
do they want? Russian dressing?
Right.
Do they want $1,000?
What's the expression on their face?
Yes.
Can I read them?
Oh,
All of it.
please.
But now it's looking at a tablet. What we're using them for right now is just paying your check. So no one comes over and picks up your check and brings it back and says, thank you very much. They write on the check for it, thank you very much. They swipe their credit card. And
You know, do you think we're sounding old? I mean, back in the good old
Don't
days.
say that
you know.
story. Don't say that
All right, I
story.
won't.
Don't say that story.
Tankel, you're all right.